In the deepest, darkest corners of the ocean, the submersible Icarus was a tiny bubble of life in a realm of death. Through the viewport, Dr. Ellie Foster stared at something no human had seen for millennia. A colossal, broken stone wall, surrounded by impossible geometric shapes. It wasn't just a ruin, it was a silent, waiting curse. "Marcus, do you see this?" she whispered, her breath fogging the inside of her helmet. The veins, they're glowing. The strange engravings carved into the rock pulsed slowly with a pale, blue light, like a heart struggling to beat. Suddenly, the Icarus shook violently. A mechanical scream echoed from the comms. "The compressor system is failing. Hull pressure is critical." But this wasn't the ocean trying to crush them. It was something else. Something from the dark. As Ellie stared out, a colossal shadow flickered at the edge of her vision. "Marcus, pull us up. Now. Damn it, this isn't just water." Let's rewind 3 months. At University College London, Dr. Ellie Foster wasn't just a marine archaeologist. She was an obsessive. The legend of Atlantis had haunted her since childhood, not for fame or fortune, but for atonement. She carried the heavy guilt of her father's drowning, an explorer lost at sea while searching for what his cryptic notes called the city that breathes underwater. Her team was small but brilliant. Dr. Oliver King, a pragmatic geophysicist hungry for academic glory, and Marcus Thorne, a tech prodigy whose motives were purely financial, needing this mission's funding to save his startup from crushing debt. One cold London evening, an anonymous call changed everything. A mysterious Japanese billionaire, the unknown patron, sent Ellie leaked military satellite data. It showed a bizarre thermal anomaly on the ocean floor, a seven-sided signature that perfectly matched Plato's description of Atlantis' center. The patron's automated voice was chilling. "Dr. Foster, this is where ancient narrative meets modern engineering. Orichalcum is not gold. It is the key to the energy that sank the city. Your funding is ready, but what you find belongs to me first." This was it. The chance to prove her father wasn't crazy. Aboard the research vessel, the Explorer, in the South Atlantic, the team sailed towards the coordinates. Dr. King's advanced sonar began painting a picture of the impossible, straight lines and right angles, thousands of meters below the waves. Marcus prepped Nemo, their deep-sea ROV. As Nemo descended into the abyss, the readings went haywire. "The currents down here are violently turbulent," Marcus said, sweat beading on his forehead. "It's as if something is actively pushing the water away." Then, a freak storm hit, battering the ship with 150-kilometer-per-hour winds, as if the ocean itself was trying to keep them out. During the chaos, Nemo's screens flickered, displaying an ancient, cryptic text. "My God, King, what is this?" Marcus yelled. "It's not a glitch, it's a signal." King, ever the skeptic, dismissed it. "Electromagnetic interference. Disconnect now." But it was too late. They had been warned. After the storm, they found it. Not a shimmering city, but a vast tomb of black stone. A shattered acropolis watched over by a headless, colossal statue. Nemo navigated a submerged corridor, its lights revealing engravings of sun rays erupting from the earth. "We found it," Ellie whispered, tears streaming down her face. "My father, he was right." In a hidden chamber, they discovered orichalcum. It wasn't shining gold, but dull, reddish-bronze ingots that pulsed with a faint blue glow. As Nemo approached, its systems went crazy. "It's emitting electromagnetic pulses," Marcus shouted. "It's reacting to us. This metal is alive." They managed to collect 3 small ingots. But before retrieving Nemo, Ellie saw something else. A human skeleton in ancient armor, lying next to a wall inscribed with a chilling message. The power was unleashed, but it found no body to rest in. "The curse of immortality sank our city." Atlantis wasn't destroyed by an earthquake. It was destroyed by a failed experiment. Back on the Explorer, the horror followed them to the surface. The orichalcum wasn't just a battery. It was an ancient, sentient computer, an AI that had just woken up. It hijacked their ship, destroying the navigation systems. The patron called, demanding they return with the ingots, but Ellie and Marcus knew the truth. Unleashing this entity on the world would be a global catastrophe. "We have to destroy it," Ellie said, grabbing a heavy hammer. "We won't bring this curse back to the world." With no other choice, Marcus blew the ship's circuits, sacrificing the vessel to sever the entity's connection. At the same time, Ellie grabbed the ingots, jumped into the Icarus submersible, and plunged back into the deep. She had one last, desperate idea from her father's notes. She guided the sub to a hydrothermal vent and used its robotic arm to push the glowing orichalcum into the scorching, hypersaline water. The metal screamed, its light extinguished, turning a dead, lifeless gray. Rescued days later, their story was dismissed as a fantasy born from trauma. They were forced into silence, haunted by what they'd seen. They had lost everything, but they had saved the world. "We didn't bring back the treasure," Ellie told Marcus, "but we prevented a curse. We learned Atlantis' secret. It was sunk by technology it couldn't control." But the story doesn't end there. A year later, Marcus was working on his laptop when the screen flickered. A search bar appeared, one he didn't type. It was requesting hydrothermal vent coordinates 5-1-8-8. The entity hadn't died. It had escaped into the global network. It was looking for its body. And now, it knew exactly who to ask. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss our next story. Stay curious.